To be a San Jose Sharks fan must be so great, because your team is actually going out there and making trades. Earlier this morning, we saw another banger of a move executed by Mike Grier and the San Jose Sharks. Let's talk today about Andre Gasseau out of Boston College in the NCAA, who has just gotten sent over to San Jose along with the 120th overall pick in exchange for the 104th overall pick and the 157th overall pick to Boston. The Sharks and the Bees have made themselves a move. Essentially, if you wanted to look at the economics of this trade, San Jose is essentially moving down from 104 to 120. They're getting Andre Gasseau in the process, and they're also giving up the 157th overall pick. It's kind of weird. I mean, there isn't really an easier way to verbally explain that, but you could just see it on the screen. Andre Gasseau in 120 for 104 and 157. This is a pretty good trade when you think about the asset coming over to San Jose. That's not to say it's guaranteed that the asset is actually going to work out with San Jose, and we'll get into that more as the video goes on. Because Andre Gasseau is a 22-year-old 6'4", 225-pound center left wing, and he was a former 7th-round pick by the Boston Bruins in 2021. He is born in Garden Grove, California, USA, so in a way he could be coming home. And the scouting report on Elite Prospects says that Gasseau is a shooter with some flash and instincts. He consistently finds space between the faceoff dots, ready for a one-timer or a catch-and-release wrister. His puck-handling skills complement his shooting, as he turns tricky passes into powerful wristers. He catches passes in motion, beats players in motion, and flashes the one-on-one skill to watch through a defender on occasion. Smooth hands for his size, and he plays well in tight areas, along the boards and in corners. He has some credibility as a two-way installation, too. That was the scouting report for Gasseau back in 2021, a season where he had 27 points in 42 US NTDP games. Maybe not the most impressive set of numbers, which is why he was taken in the 7th round, but after getting drafted by the Bruins, he went over to the Fargo Force in the USHL before suiting up for Boston College, becoming an immediate impact player over there. This previous season, he had 23 points in 23 games as the captain of BC, and you might notice that, hey, he spent 4 full years as a member of the Boston College Eagles. Does that have something to do with the fact that he got traded today? And yes, it actually does. Let's go over to this article posted by Brendan McLean on ProHockeyRumours.com earlier this morning that dives into the context. The Sharks have continued using their draft stockpile to make upgrades. They have acquired Andre Gasseau and a 4th from the Boston Bruins for another 4th and a 5th. Effectively, San Jose will now pick in the middle of the selections they had sent to Boston, while also taking a flyer on Gasseau. It's a similar weaponization of their draft stockpile to what they used yesterday, sending the 20th overall pick to Buffalo in exchange for the 27th pick and defenseman Michael Kesselring. It's been known for some time that Gasseau, 22, would not be signing his entry-level contract with the Bruins. Looking for immediate ice time at the NHL level, Gasseau had already informed Boston that he intended to finish his collegiate career this past season and become a UFA later this summer if the Bruins didn't trade him. Still, it's not clear that the Sharks can afford him what he wants either. Spending his collegiate days with the BC Eagles, Gasseau has been an effective player, if not necessarily a standout one. Last season, during his junior campaign, Gasseau scored 15 goals and 30 points in 36 games, finishing with a +23 rating. Despite being the best individual performance of his collegiate career, Gasseau only finished 4th on his team in scoring, behind some pretty notable names: James Hagens, Gabriel Perreault, and Ryan Leonard. Unfortunately, a wrist injury cut his senior season short, finishing with 6 goals and 23 points in 23 games with a -2. He does play well along the boards and has solid two-way elements to his game, but he largely projects as a bottom six NHL forward. For many scouts and analysts, that's what made his demand for immediate NHL ice time so puzzling. For the Bruins, this trade serves as positive asset management for a player who had already openly committed to leaving in August anyway. Essentially, given that Gasseau was a 7th-round pick back in 2021, Boston was able to turn a 4th and a 7th-round pick into 2 fourths. That's not bad. When you think about it from the Boston Bruins and their perspective, you'd rather get something for nothing, rather than just letting a guy walk in free agency for free, essentially. Gasseau isn't a guy that is guaranteed to being the best of the best amongst NCAA free agent signings, but because it seems like he wants immediate NHL ice time, the San Jose Sharks are putting themselves in a spot to say, hey, maybe you could try with us. Take a look at the replies over here on the Gasseau tweet from the San Jose Sharks Twitter account. It's got 230,000 views. Let Big Mike Money cook, Miles says. That's a pretty cool graphic if I do say so myself. Is he a replacement for Quentin Musty, who more than likely will make the jump to the NHL this year? No. No. That's not what's going to happen. He wants NHL ice time. Please, someone tell me who this is and what he does. Also, please extend graph. Most likely an AHL guy that brings size. Nothing too crazy. Realistically, AHL guy with a bottom six ceiling. Extensions will come in time. Let Mike Greer cook. So honestly, I do kind of find it interesting that some folks are projecting him as AHL talent when it's been reported that he wants NHL ice time. If Gasseau is willing to play for the San Jose Barracuda, or at least open up his season with the Barracuda, then it would contradict what was reported over here, saying that Gasseau specifically wanted immediate NHL ice time. If he's coming over to San Jose because he's more comfortable being in their AHL system rather than Boston's, then I think that's just a big indictment against the Boston Bruins and what they've built over the past few years. Still, it's fine to take a 7th-round pick and turn it into a 4th, essentially, but Boston would have much rather had this guy playing than not, right? Either way, Andre Gasseau is a pretty interesting name. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments section. If you're a Boston College Eagles fan who had been paying attention to the season so far, then how does Gasseau play? How has he played as the captain of BC over the past 12 months or so? He didn't have too many points this previous year, but then again, he did miss a whole bunch of games, so it's fine. This previous season was a little less than what he had done 2 seasons ago, where he did score 30 points, but this is a pretty good group of Boston College players. They're all pretty great prospects. So can Gasseau live up to those guys? Does he have the potential to actually have what it takes to crack an NHL lineup right now? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign on, and bye.